Hi there, welcome to an instructional video on how to block your needlepoint using the STEAM method. What is blocking? Basically, you're trying to take your needlepoint and turn it back into its original shape. Sometimes when we're stitching, it gets out of square or out of round, and the process of blocking turns it back into that original shape. Before we get started, I wanted to introduce myself. Hey, I'm Amanda. I'm the Needlepoint Finishing Fairy, and I make tutorials, guides, finish-alongs, events, everything having to do with self-finishing. I'm your gal. So I hope that you give me a follow and enjoy this tutorial. Let's get started.
So today I'm going to block this ornament by Saturnalia into a round. So first thing you're going to do is find a round object around your home and see if it's actually round, which this one is clearly not. So I'm going to go ahead and hit this with a little steam to kind of loosen up the fibers in the canvas. Now that it's nice and floppy, I'm ready to chuck it. I'm going to go ahead and line up one of these canvas lines with one of these lines on my blocking board. You can also do this with a ruler by simply taking your ruler and lining up the edge if you're not using one of these blocking boards. So what I'm looking for here is just this green line running through one of the canvas lines. And now I'm just going to stretch this a little bit. So now you can see it's looking a little bit more round. And the other thing I'm looking for is a horizontal here. So that looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and stick a comb in here just for the time being. Check for roundness. This is looking better. Still not perfect. Maybe stretch just a little bit more. Sink a comb in. And then check here. I'm looking also for a straight line from this canvas thread all the way through. So the way that I'm doing that is I'm looking for half of this line. Let me zoom in. So here you can see there's two light gray, two light gray, two light gray, and then at the bottom there's two light gray, and then two light gray. So let's look to line up this one with the two light gray at the bottom. So this will tell you north and south if we're lined up. Looks like we need to stretch just a little bit more. And now you can see the circle matches all the way around the canvas. So we can go ahead and sink our other combs in. If you're doing this with T-pins, I'll show you how to do that in just a moment. With the blocking combs, you just want to make sure you're working all the way around the edge so you have consistent tension. And if you're working with T-pins, same deal. You just want to space them roughly 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch apart, so you maintain consistent tension all the way around the project. Then hit it with another dash of steam. In here there's a little bit of a ripple where there's like a bubble. The canvas is stretching in such a manner that it's leaving a little bit of a bubble. That's normal. So I'm going to hit it with another round of steam. So when you're working with your steamer, just make sure you don't get any drips on your project. You don't want those fibers to run. And also I'm not touching the project itself, moving it just a little bit away. And I like to pick up the blocking board usually, so if there are drips, they drip right on the edge of the canvas and not on the project. Okay, that feels pretty good. So now I'm going to go ahead and let this cool and check for roundness once more.